Alright, hey y'all. Hope this video isn't causing me more problems. Last time I tried to record and the numbers just stopped going. So I hope today is a different, situation. But this video, it's more like a fun video I'm gonna do. Someone asked me about, what are some of the things I hate, just really can't stand. So that's what this video is gonna be about. 10 things I hate. And just so you guys know, I should have been said this in my earlier videos. But the sheet of paper and the reason why you see me look down is because I write everything down before I do videos because, I don't want to just have a brain freeze, while I'm talking. So that's why I'm looking down. I just thought I should clear that up. I didn't want anybody to be confused, and that's why I have my ink pen playing around. Anyway, let's get into it. 10 things I hate. The number one thing I hate is like, when you give somebody something, let's say it's a gift, or you just do a nice gesture for somebody and they don't say thank you. They just don't feel the need to thank you for it, and that's not to say you gotta really go beyond, above and beyond, and, buy them something in return. I mean, it depends. If it's a gift, then I'm not going to expect nothing back, of course, but at least say thank you, Occasionally that happens every now and then, and it's very rude to me. So that's one thing I hate. Number two is, when people interrupt you when you're talking. I think this is one of the reasons why I like doing these videos on YouTube because I don't have to worry about nobody interrupting me. It's to me, it's very rude when you interrupt somebody. I just think the only time you should interrupt somebody is if it's an emergency, or if, you gotta go to work or something like that. But, if you just interrupting somebody, I just think it's rude. Number three, this is something I really hate. Favoritism. I don't like when people put other people on pedestals. You know what I'm saying? I like people treat people better than other people, like just because, you know what I mean. Now I know situations like let's say if it's your kid, I mean I think you're gonna treat your kid different, like if you're a chaperone on a field trip or in a classroom or something like that. I think that's different, but I'm talking about like in friendships or relationships, people just really, they just they just assholes. They just feel the need to really treat somebody better than you, and you're kind of all on the same playing field. And when I say playing field, I mean like you may all be single. Like, let's say you're dating and a guy, it's expected he's going to treat his girlfriend better than anybody else or his wife. But if like everybody is single and like a guy's treating one girl better than I fucking hate that. I think that's so stupid. And childish. Like, you need to just be with her then. I mean, that's just one example. You know. And the number four thing that just pissed me off is this kind of minor, but I can't stand it. When people are always in the way, like when you at a mall or something, or walking down the hall, somebody walking on the wrong side of the hall, or they walking towards you and they won't move until you move and you like kind of do a little dance. I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate when, let's say, because I got a lot of retail experience, working in retail, and we would like have to pull this big four high out, and when you will pull the four high out, obviously you got to take it out on the floor with all the customers. So most of the time, the four high is really big because you're carrying a bunch of clothes or whatnot that you need to put out on the floor, in the store for customers to purchase. And it's like they don't see this big four high just moving, or this big shelf just moving towards them, or hear it for that matter, because sometimes it can get loud. And they just stand there, and it's like, honey, I don't want to run you over, but I will. You need to get out the way. Another thing I can't stand is when, and this for all the people, like I said, who have retail experience. When you put, I think they call it freight. When you put everything out, we have freight. You put everything out, and You had this big four high where you're taking the items off the four high to put them on the shelves or whatever, the racks, clothes or whatever. And like it's the customers just come to you and start like shopping and like really looking at your forehead and touching stuff all on the forehead that you haven't put out on the floor yet or on the shelves, and they start, they bring their carts over or whatever, and they just start, looking at it and let me get this and put it in my cart, and oh, I'm gonna just shop from your forehead and forget about the whole store. You seem like you got some nice stuff on your forehead. I can't stand that. Like, gets on my nerves. Oh, that drives me crazy sometimes. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5 is just I can't stand hoes. I don't like hoes. I'm sure you guys figured that out in some of my earlier videos. But I can't stand them, man. I just think they're, like the devil disciples or something. Like they just their whole purpose is to just mess things up for everybody. And I don't like weak dudes who let the hoes mess everything up. I just don't like it. I think it's a huge disadvantage or a huge problem in human culture. It needs to be rectified. So yeah, that's 5. I don't like hoes. Number 6. Um, when I'm expecting this, is a big one. I can't stand it. When I'm expecting to get paid on a day, like payday, or I'm expecting to get money, just a check. I'm expecting my check. I love getting checks. I don't know who doesn't. But when you know when that check is supposed to come, you got your mindset for it. You even got, like your bills set around it in a way. Like you rely on that check, and then it doesn't come. Or because of the holiday, it's been pushed back a week or something. Oh, I can't stand it. To me, it just messes everything up when that type of stuff happens. So I don't like things being postponed and all that, or especially when you look forward to or when you're really expecting something, you know, things or people just bail out on you. So that's a big one. Um, this is a big one. My mom used to do this. It used to drive me crazy. When people talk to you and ask you questions when you're eating, like you can really talk when you eat. I think that's so rude. Like, can you just wait till I finish this? Or even worse, when they talk to you about something real serious when you eat, like real, stuff that you really not trying to hear, or it's something that's very sensitive to you. They just really want to talk to you about it while you're eating. I hate that. Number 8, of course, bad service. I don't like going anywhere and I gotta wait and wait and wait. But yet and still, people that just came in behind me, they coming straight up to the front, or they get served or taken care of before I get served and taken care of. Unless they had a reservation, I'm gonna need you to just rewind and do that whole thing over, honey, because I'm about to raise hell. I really am. I can't stand that, and it happens a lot too. And then people want to act and fake the funk like they didn't know. You saw me standing here. You saw me waiting. Don't act like that. So I hate bad service, especially when people have attitudes. When they the ones that's effing up, they want to have attitude at you. Please don't. Especially no. So I'm gonna just take my money elsewhere and won't come back to you again. And I'll tell a mofo that. So I don't like that. Um, oh God, this is more of a this is more of like a relationship problem or a problem that's in relationships. So when you're dating, I hate, like, y'all know those dudes, they like Captain Save-A-Ho type dudes. Captain Save-A-Hos. I can't. Oh God, I hate Captain Save-A-Ho. They devote all their time and energy towards women with babies, or they devote devote all their time and energy to women with babies by somebody else. And they put these hoes on pedestals above you. And that's not even a kid. You know what I mean? Like, and let me be clear. That's not to say you can't do for a child. Because I'm that type of person. I like to buy a little kid who I really like or care about, little clothes and, little gifts, and you might want to take them somewhere really nice when you can. Buy them little cute stuff, buy them food. Of course, if it's okay with the parent, or parents, that's fine. I'm not against people doing for other people's kids. That's not what I'm saying, people. What I'm saying is, I think it's a problem when you are so far into it to the point where it interferes with your relationships with other people, and you refer to that child as your own child, and it's not your child, and you refer to the woman or the father as like your baby mom or your baby father, and that's not it. Like, the whole thing is a big lie. But because you're so emotionally invested and so committed to taking care of the kid or the child all the time, you call them or refer to them as your own, and you kind of neglect everybody else. That is a Captain Saber hoe. And you can't tell these type of dudes nothing either, because they always play it like you don't know what you're talking about, or you the bad guy, or you just the fool. So, Captain Save hoes. I don't like Captain Save hoes. I think it's weakness to be that way. I know some people look at it as, oh, they just a good guy doing that for people, or they're a good man or a good woman taking care of a kid that's not theirs. No, they're a fool for taking care of a kid that's not theirs if they're not with the actual mother or with the father or married. You're a fool if you actually calling that child. To me, some people might disagree, but if you're not with that person, I just think it's really naive and ignorant and just weak. And you look whipped. You look like a sucker. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're not with that person, I just think, I'm not saying don't do for the kid at all. Like I said, I'm just saying I won't be claiming nobody's kid if I'm not with if I'm not with the parent. You see what I'm saying? So I don't like Captain Saber. And number 10, people who lie and cheat all the time, for no reason. People who just lie all the time for no reason. I can see if you had a real reason for lying, like lying so you don't go to jail. Lie for a purpose. Lying so you don't get beat up. Lying so you don't get shot. Lying so your kids won't get taken away. Stuff that's serious and, for a good reason. I'm not excusing or advocating lies, but I'm saying that's understandable, if you lie for good reasons. You see what I'm saying? But if you just lying like stupid lies, like lying about your hair, if somebody asks you got a weave and it's really a weave and you say it's not, stupid stuff. Don't lie about stupid stuff that don't matter at the end of the day. Try not to lie at all, but don't lie about nothing dumb. I can't stand that. Or big lies are bad too now. They worse. Dudes lying to say they not with a girl when they are. Or they single and when they married. Those lies, man, I hate it. Don't play, man. You can't play like that. That's how people get cut and they tire slashed. I'm not saying I'm the type that I don't do that, but come on, some crazy folks out here. Don't be crazy. Don't be stupid. All right. And, just people who cheat. I don't like cheaters. I don't like, I just think if you feel the need to cheat, you don't need to be with that person. Just tell them that you not feeling them no more, or you want to date and see other people. I think it's selfish to hold on to that person you love or that person that you really want in your life and then still do your thing on the side. I think that's selfish. And sadly, that's happened a lot. It's childish and selfish and disrespectful. So those are the few things that I hate. I hope that answered the question, for the person who asked me about the 10 things I hate. But yeah, feel free, comment, tell me some of the things you hate, Let me know what you think. I'm a little tired, man. I just left this job and it was really dusty, y'all, and I got like dust all in my eyes and it's like it's burning. Maybe because I'm tired, I don't know, but I'm gonna take care of it right after I do this video, some allergy pills or something. Alright, but yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, the usual, and kind of let me know what you guys think about this video. Alright, thank y'all. Bye.